My name is Elizabeth Ryu. For 6 years, I've been traveling the world from 2 to 3 countries per month. Then I stopped because I had baby Wolfie. But after some life problems, I became a single mom when my baby Wolfie was only 2 months. Life is good, we're 100% of the time together. She's amazing, but I never felt like home in Canada. I'm not a winter girl and Wolfie either. My dream has always been to raise my kids in the beautiful country of Costa Rica, and I'm now officially realizing it. So stay tuned, because this is happening. Look at us, where are we? With who am I? I am with Malai, but I didn't post anything about it on YouTube because the update video is now. I asked you guys on Instagram to let me know your questions because you must be so confused about what I'm doing. About what I'm doing, because I've been confused, but I know what I'm doing. Do I? So I'm gonna update you on everything today.
Hello!
So Milai, why are you here with me right now?
Okay, we're gonna speak French, so because if she do a video with me, I have to speak French because my English is really bad. So sorry guys. Fait on voulait savoir si vous aviez une idée pour une vidéo de nous deux ensemble. Gardez en tête, c'est sûr qu'il n'y a pas grand chose à faire au Québec en ce moment, mais on écoute vos suggestions, puis ça peut être comme des questions ou nous qui fait une activité. Laissez-nous savoir.
C'est ça. Prochaine vidéo, on va faire une vidéo ensemble.
Okay, bye.
Okay, I just kicked Milai out for this video. No, okay. Since when do I wear like a flash pink like that with my hair all buckled? I have no idea, and it's my outfit. Like, if you guys don't recognize me today, don't worry, it's just temporarily, it's just for today. I don't know why it's happening, but maybe it's like my first day without Wolfie today, because it's been literally a year since I'm with her. Every single day, every second moment of my life. Like, the longest we haven't been together was probably like 3 hours, and it's been a year now. And today she's spending the day with her grandmommy. I'm gonna pick her up in about 2 hours, but she's spending the day with her grandmommy, and I feel so weird, like incomplete. I always have to check on her, and now she's like not here, so it feels really weird to me. But we were like, okay, we're doing a girls' day, only me and Milai. We're gonna get prepared. We don't even know what we're doing yet, but I don't know, it just feels weird that I don't have Wolfie with me, but I'm taking advantage of it because when I will be in Costa Rica, it won't happen really often, and it hasn't happened for a year. But I don't know, my mom heart is just feeling a little bit weird right now, but that's fine. So I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me some questions for my life update, because I wanted to make sure I would talk about every single subject that you guys are interested into. And so I'm just gonna start, not necessarily going question by question, but just telling you, like having a conversation. I really just want to have a conversation with you and let you know like what's happening, because I get that it can be really confusing these days because I've been like traveling around. So if I explain it, it's gonna be way easier to understand. So first of all, I decided to move to Costa Rica. So I sold my house here and sold literally all of the stuff that I have here. And then I went to Costa Rica. I was with Christo at that moment, and we were together in Costa Rica. But then what happened is that we needed our vaccines because we wanted to have it so we can travel and blah blah. I'm not gonna enter in this subject because I know a lot of people are really split about it, and I just don't want to get into this subject, but we wanted the vaccine because it's our personal choice, and he could only have it in Chile and I could have it in the United States. For that reason, that's why I went to Miami, but never intended to move to Miami or something. It was just a trip to get a vaccine and then go back to Costa Rica, and that's why Christo is going to Chile, but also he needed to go because since the COVID has started, he couldn't go, so he hasn't seen his family for a very long time, and all of his family is from Chile, so it's just nice for him to be there. So that's pretty much it for the Miami thing. Then I came back to Costa Rica and my family was there. And while Christo was there with me, we visited some houses because I have like a specific budget to buy a house there, because as you may or may not know, it's not really an advantage to comme emprunter de l'argent, to comme avoir un prêt. In Costa Rica, when you buy a house in another country, the interest are like way too high, so you have to pay it cash. We had like well, I say we, but it's like me and Wolfie, we had like a certain budget to respect, and then we found a house, perfect house in that budget for me to live there with my little Wolfie, and Christo would come pretty often. This is gonna be another subject, but yeah. So we found that house, and when my parents were coming, I was expecting it to be like, oh, we finalized the paper, do the offer, and all these stuff. Okay, so there was like two choices, like we finalized everything and blah blah, or my parents are gonna try, I was thinking, my parents are gonna try to convince me to go back to Canada, and I'm not gonna know like what to do because they're gonna try to convince me to go back. And finally, when my parents came, they were so excited to be there, and they really fell in love as much as me. Actually, my mom and dad already came because I was supposed to move to Costa Rica about 4 years ago, but some things happened at the time that I can talk about. But that's why we just pushed the project, but it was never canceled, if I can say. So my parents already knew about Costa Rica, but when they came, they were already like, my mom kept talking like, oh, I'm gonna have a garden, because my mom collection plants, so she's just super excited about having her garden with her exotic plant, like plant of collection and blah blah. And my dad was like, yeah, I want to come like 2 weeks every 2 months and blah blah. And they were so excited about it, and they told me that they would like to put some extra money in the budget so that I can get something bigger and they can come and live with me pretty often during the week. And as you may or may not know, we all work together. Even my older sister with her husband, they have their baby Akash, and they all work at Hoaka, and we work all the time together. So they were like, yeah, we would like to come more often also, and we could do some workcation. So it's like you go there, but it's just to work, but you're by the pool, so it's nicer. So they were like, yeah, we're gonna put like an extra budget so we get something bigger for all of the family, and everyone can come whenever, and it's just fun. So now we kind of want to do a Hoaka house. We haven't settled like exactly what we want to do with it, but it would be like kind of a content house. Our employees would have like access to it and blah blah, but we haven't sort out the details, so I'm not gonna say too much, but that's kind of what we have in mind right now, and that's why we went back to visiting new houses, and the new houses are a lot bigger because we have a better budget. But you haven't seen those houses, I'm gonna post in my next video a full tour. There's a house we really want to buy, it's literally so perfect. So perfect. And I'm gonna post the tour in my next YouTube video, so make sure you're subscribing so you get the notification. It's actually insane. I'm gonna post a video now, so just so you have an idea. Oh my god, guys, I first started filming this house as stories, but finally this house is a matter of YouTube video because I want, look at the view. This is the view from the house, so I'm gonna post a YouTube video because oh my god. Okay, we found that very perfect house, but the only thing is that we started shopping for houses like 3 days before my parents were leaving, and in total on the market there was 10 that we wanted to see because we were interested into, and we only saw 3 houses out of the 10 that are interesting us. So it's difficult to like do an offer right now, but for me it was fine because my parents were leaving, but then I would stay to Costa Rica because I was supposed to stay. I'm gonna explain it after, but I was supposed to stay and continue visit the houses and make my final choice on which one we want to offer something on. And finally, just the day my parents were leaving, like literally the same day, Christo had the bad news that he couldn't get his second dose in Chile. That's why he had been in Chile for a really long time, because you have like a time to respect between the doses. But finally, where he is, there's no more vaccine, so they don't have vaccine anymore to vaccine people, and they told him we're gonna have it next week, but maybe not. So I was like already supposed to stay in Costa Rica alone for 5 days, which I'm totally fine with, but then like knowing that it was 1 more week plus could be more, we have no idea. I was a bit scared, like what if I have to stay 1 month alone there? And a lot of people were like, well, if you're not able to stay 1 month alone there, like why do you want to live there? But the thing is, I live in my luggage, if I can say. I don't have a specific place to stay. I have a rental car, and all this stuff is very expensive, and just alone by myself, it's really difficult when you have a baby to bring everywhere. Like, how do you want me to hold Wolfie plus my big luggage and everything? It's doable, but it's not nice to do. So why would I want to stay there a month alone when I could just go earlier to Canada with my parents? So I decided to go back to Canada, which is why I'm in Canada right now. But I'm not thinking about moving back to Canada. But I would want to have like a second house or maybe a condo here, depending. That's like what's confusing me right now, because there's like a rainy season in Costa Rica, which is like 2-3 months a year. It's not a lot, but it's raining a lot. So I'm thinking, do I have only my house in Costa Rica and I travel for those 3 months? But the only like, not problem, it's not a problem, it's just more complicated to sort out, is my dogs. I would like to have 2 houses and do a 6 month, but that's just not a situation I can do with the dogs, because I don't want them to travel by plane like every time, and I don't want to leave them for 6 months per year. So I really have to sort this out, but I think it's gonna end up by having just a house in Costa Rica and maybe a small condo in Montreal, just for whenever I come, if I come for a week or whatever, for working, or sometimes I have some appointments or interviews or whatsoever. Then I can come here and have someone there to keep an eye on them, or like Christo can stay in Costa Rica and blah blah. So that's pretty fine. So that's pretty much it. That's like my questions right now. But yes, I'm still moving to Costa Rica. It's still a thing. And I was thinking maybe when I'll come to Montreal, I'll see my friends and everything and think like, oh no, like I want to come back to Montreal. I didn't know. But when I got back to Montreal, it's been like 5-6 days now. I thought like maybe I would feel like I want to move back here, but actually it was the opposite for me. Like coming back here is just really making my decision even more clear. I really need to move, cause I don't know how to explain it, but here I have this kind of feeling where it's just not my place anymore. I don't want to say it in a bad way, but I really love meeting you guys. Like when we're in public and you come to me and you talk to me, it's like the best thing ever. Like I love my followers, I love meeting the people that supports me online, and I really love talking to you. But it was always like, I'm meeting you, can we take a photo? It's cool, oh wow, it's amazing, and we just talk for a bit and blah blah. But now like per day, like if I go out, I certainly, like since I got here, from 1 to 3 times a day, there's someone coming at me and saying like, oh, like you're so strong for everything you've been through. And they talk to me about this whole situation that happened with my ex and all this stuff. And honestly, like being reminded of it like 3 times a day, like I'm just asking you like nicely to please, like if you come talk to me, I'm really happy about it. Don't be shy. I prefer if you come to me and talk to me than like staring at me from far and acting like you don't know me or whatever, just staring at me from far. I really prefer when you come talking to me, but just please like try to avoid this subject, because it's like everyone is talking about it now. Whenever I meet people, it's like to tell me that I'm so strong for what I've been through and blah blah. But for me, even if it's coming from really good intention, like I really don't want to sound mean or like I'm really grateful that you guys think this way about me, but also it don't make me really comfortable. And when I was in Costa Rica, I could not think about it for like a complete week, and I was totally fine living my best life. But here I'm reminded like so many times a day. So I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable about it. So that's like one of the reasons. That's not all, but that's one of it. So I'm just asking you nicely to please not talk about it. But I don't know, like just this kind of confirmed my wanting to move, and also the fact that all of my family is excited to come meet me there. And I also realized that traveling here was so easy. The plane was super easy, and soon there will be direct flights, so it's gonna be even easier. So I'm just realizing, yeah, like that's the right thing for me to do, and I'm so excited about it. So I don't know, like when I go out in Costa Rica, I really feel free. I feel like I can do what I want. I don't feel stared at by anyone, and I don't know, I really prefer it there. And it's also like the whole way people are living there. This is really what I want to imply. Like, I've talked about it a lot, but the education system there is really what I'm hoping for Wolfie. I think it matches more what I'm thinking about for her future. So just, I don't know, the mentality and the way it is there, I just feel like this is the best thing for Wolfie, so that's what I would love to do. So yes, I'm still moving to Costa Rica, and so that answers like the Costa Rica part of the thing, so stay tuned for the house tour. And now the most asked question was, when am I gonna see Christo again? So as I just told you, I was supposed to see him again just right now in Costa Rica. We were supposed to be together today, but because of the vaccine thing, he couldn't. And today was the day he was supposed to get his vaccine. Like, they told him no last week, and today was the day he was supposed to get it. And he went to the vaccine center again, and they told him on the spot, like, oh no, we still don't have it, so like you cannot have it, so maybe it's gonna be next week. So now we just don't know. We plan to see each other on August 19th of this month. He was supposed to come here to Canada, and we were actually planning another trip to Europe. I'm really excited about it, but I'm gonna let you know later. Now maybe it's probably gonna be cancelled because they still didn't have the vaccine, so it's pushed for another week. So honestly, I don't want to tell you any answer. We were supposed to be together right now, but we're not. So we don't know when it's gonna be. I think last subject that was really popular in my questions that I forgot to kind of talk about is the dogs. If I'm bringing them to Costa Rica, yes, this is the plan. When I'm looking for a house, I'm looking for a house where there's a pool that the dogs could have easy access to, and also a big backyard, and also a lot of space with AC inside, because I want the dogs to have like fully access to AC and everything. So yes, I'm bringing them to Costa Rica, but the thing is, what I was planning was to find the perfect house right now, and then while I would be I would like start the procedures while I was still in Costa Rica, but finish them while I was in Canada, and also doing all of the papers to bring the dog. And then when I go back to Costa Rica around November, like right after the rainy season, I would bring the dogs with me, and that was the plan, and we would have our house and get there and have our house and everything. But now, because I didn't have time to finish the house's visit, I'm kind of confused if it's, I don't think it's really like the right thing to do an offer on a house of that price if we only saw like 3 out of 10. But at the same time, I know that house is also like perfectly what we want. My parents fell in love with it. My dad is talking about it every day. So I'm thinking, should I still do it? Because anyway, we love the house and we would be happy about it. Or should I wait to see the other houses in case there's something else we like better? So that's kind of a question I'm asking myself. Or maybe should I go back to Costa Rica for like a week only? Like, that's really short, but only to like find out about the other houses and know like exactly what I want, so then I can do all of the paperwork and everything to be ready for November to bring my dogs. Or should I wait to November and go without my dogs again and have them being kept by like a friend or whatever and visit the houses, and then as soon as we have the house we bring them? It's a lot of confusion right now because of the vaccine situation that happened, and had to change my mind in like 1 second and decide, okay, the same day I'm taking my parents' flight. It kind of messed up all of the plans. Like, everything was well planned, but now it's like kind of a mess. So I still need to figure it out. Like, I just came back, so we're gonna figure out what's the best option to do. But if you want to give any options in the comments down below, let me know. But yeah, we're gonna see. So maybe I'm gonna go back to Costa Rica for like a week just to visit houses in the next like 1 or 2 months, depending on, I don't know, we'll see. So that was the question. But yes, I'm bringing my dogs to Costa Rica, and I really like, it's been too long without, like, I left for 2 months now, and 2 months without the dogs, it's like it's too much, and then when I come back I miss, like, I hate talking about it because it's really, I don't know, I think it's the most difficult thing about moving is like this kind of in between where I don't have like a specific place, and I just can't wait to have a place to stay and be able to bring the dogs, and I hate being away from them for so long. And so that's it. I'm gonna end the video right here because that's pretty much all I had to say, and I think that covers a lot of the questions that you guys had. If you have other questions, let me know in the comments down below. The next video will be the house tour of the house we really want to buy. It's insane. And then the video after will be a collab with Milay because it's been a long time since we haven't done a video together. So we're gonna do one. There's like a cat somewhere. There's so many cats in Milay's house, like, but they're with her on the other side. Okay, so don't worry, I'm not the one taking care of the cat. But yeah, it's gonna be a collab with Milay. It's been a very long time since we haven't done a video together. So let us know in the comments what would you guys like to see. Maybe a challenge or something. I have no idea. Maybe a Q&A. I don't know. But that's it. Thank you so much, and bye-bye, I guess. Don't forget to give a big thumbs up and like this video and whatever all the YouTubers say. Bye!